Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of probably all ages, because who can control it these days? Welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. It's Midnight versus 100 Thieves. Miles and Momo going to be bringing you this one. We're halfway through the night, Phil. Things are looking good so far. We've seen some exciting matchups. We've got 2 more series left, friends, and these blue bombers are going to carry you through the next ones.
We certainly are. We're halfway there. However, 10 maps already played. Both game 5s. What a surprise. Ben and Chance keeping us waiting backstage. Just want to get out here and see these games. However, 100 Thieves Midnight. Kenny's got a fresh haircut and he's feeling himself. Looking good. On the side of Midnight, though, we actually cast him yesterday. And, you know, we saw the good, the bad, and somehow Saints hiding behind Lacefield there at the back. I don't know what's happening.
I was going to say, I'd love if we could get a shot of that, actually. Saints just having a peek around the corner of Lacefield there. That's so funny. Either way, of course, we did see Midnight yesterday. We saw, as you said, good, bad, and everything in between. I'm hoping to think, you know, after yesterday's play, bit of time to go back over the VODs, bit of time to go back over the play. Here he goes. Up a bit. There it is. Peekaboo!
It's like, some people won't get this reference, but Ashley Cole, you know, the photo when he was kind of stood away from the team. If you do get it, great. If you don't, completely ignore what I just said and let's get back to Call of Duty. But Saints, a great addition to the squad, obviously, jumping on board with Midnight. You know, he was the one which we kind of highlighted yesterday as, you know, can go off at any time, can put a 30 bomb down and can win you a game. We saw them, obviously, push Splice back, obviously kind of push them a little bit. But, of course, Splice coming out on top here was...
not the biggest surprise.
It wasn't the biggest surprise. It was kind of what people expected, but I saw signs of light for Midnight, of course. A lot of critiques over at Fort Worth, but starting to maybe get into some momentum here, Miles.
This is another really tough test, though, for Midnight. Again, we touched on it a little bit again yesterday on the desk, thinking about how high is this team ceiling? Where are they going to sort of sit in terms of the final placements? And where they're going to sit when it comes to the open events? And the toughest thing for them right now is, you know, the first 2 teams they've played against, arguably top 3 teams. You know, when you think of the, you know, the league in general. Whew. See how we go. Yeah, Kenny. It's funny we can't really talk about 100 Thieves. Just talk about their haircuts, talk about their jerseys. Nate's done a great job.
He's a character, Kenny.
Nate's done a great job in making the team. It's a good-looking team, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's had an easy job. Look at those 5 studs right there. Anyway, Priester, glad to see he's back up and healthy, as we saw him on Hot Mic, I believe it was, before the show yesterday. And now he's finding himself game number 3 against Midnight. And a game which really, they go into as favourites. We heard the desk obviously talking about favourites previously. You know, when you're the underdog, and Nameless and Studdy kind of touched on it, you know, you've got to go in just being confident in yourself. And I think that's what Midnight have to do. 100 Thieves, though, they kind of have the pressure on them. You know, all the fans back home and say the neutrals or the 100 Thieves fan expect them to win this. We're going to be jumping into a double dose of Arsenal. Frequency will be map number 3. If we need it, which I do suspect we will, Seaside Hardpoint and Payload S&D may come into play. 100 Thieves, though, again, will be looking for a hot 3-0. They'll be looking for a convincing win. Chalk it up, get it done, go home. Of course, plenty more Call of Duty to play throughout the week.
Same can be said, though, for Midnight. Again, true test yesterday against Splice. They pushed them the distance. Again, 100 Thieves, another team that arguably in that top 3, looking to see if they can't do the goods here. On we go, friends. Halfway through the night, now we find ourselves in our 3rd series. Up first again, Arsenal, double dose. Hope you enjoy it, because we've got a few more to go. If you played Alcatraz yet, mate, I can't wait for tonight.
I haven't.
Modern Warfare Remastered as well. Oh, it's a good time to be a Call of Duty fan.
Played plenty of that back in the day. I say back in the day, obviously not that long ago, but it seems a while back as now. There's little specks of dust fly by here on the cinematic of Arsenal.
Also
very well cut hedges too.
I'm also looking forward to the Sandstorm Arsenal that's going to be coming out soon as well. Either way, friends, here we go off with Lacefield to the races, straight into Lab, straight into the first hard point. Match number 3. Let's see how we go. It's an early start now from Midnight. No one here from 100 Thieves just yet. Lacefield's going to get dropped before he can even hit the ground as Priester finds that kill. Quick trades back and forth, as we do see. And again, the gunfights seem to be going the way of Midnight for now. They've completely overrun the Lab, and now they get the time. Wonderful bit of work, and you see the outside of the map just being contested there by Kenny. There'll be an attack through vents momentarily from number 9. Slasher. Can the likes of Midnight hang in there? They will.
Midnight, I believe it was this map that they started things off yesterday against Splice. Could be wrong in that sense, but they looked promising on it. You know, they had good rotation. Splice got off to a very good start and kind of held that 100-point lead, but Midnight kind of crawled their way back into it. If they can get off to a good start today, you know, and have that upper hand, maybe we see a different story. And 30 points off the get-go here. Very nice. Saints with the double. Enabling Kenny will fall as well. Octane does go down, and this is a perfect start as the rotation coming in. The only player really is going to cause trouble is Priester, and he's been dispatched off by Blast. That's his third kill of the game already.
Third kill back-to-back for Blast. And again, Saints 5-0. He may be carrying and shying away in that picture, but he's certainly not shy here in our first matchup. 5 back-to-back, working towards streaks. Llama God finds himself a lightning strike there on point. He's now 35 away. This is an awkward 1v1 against Slasher. Cleans him up. Hellstorm now. Saints not far away from streaks. Llama God's fully streaked out just after the second hard point. Still alive. Still kicking. Can't quite get it done though. As Enable comes in from behind. Nonetheless, Midnight with a marvelous start to this one. 100 Thieves. I'm not sure if they know that the match has begun.
Yeah, 73-0. We're talking streaks. We're not just talking 1. We're talking 3. Saints and Llama already putting them up. But if you look across the board, 2 kills for Enable and Octane, just 1 for Kenny. Slash is not even on the board, and Priest has got a double. But apart from that, it is all Midnight, and 100 Thieves are in a lot of trouble. They got 1 point to their name.
1 point to their name, not a whole lot of kills. And again, 2 sets of streaks to Saints and Llama got a piece. Here comes the rotate around the back. It looks like only number 8 in position to watch that one, Kenny. There's the tags, there's the info, but again, the hard point's flipped, not quite in a position to grab it. Blast, almost getting it done there. Here comes the Hellstorm. Try to take care of Kenny in the back. Doesn't actually work out. Llama God's going to get it in the end. They're going to clear up the backfield. Lacefield's going to be there. Here comes the play on towards point. Saints lands on that one from Slasher. Slasher continues the run onto the hard point. 14 now seconds remaining. Streaks to work with. Cleaning out the field, they will, but they haven't got men on the point. So the Hellstorms are coming out. They may be getting kills, but not able to capitalize on those kills.
Yeah, not bad for 100 Thieves there. They've managed to keep hold of the hard point, drain a few of the points and streaks, should I say, of Midnight. But let's not forget, yesterday, 100 Thieves, they did beat Reciprocity 3-0, but they won the hard point by 1. They won the Search and Destroy by 1. The control was a little bit convincing, to say the least, but hard point, it was close by all means. It wasn't the typical 3-0 that sometimes we see from 100 Thieves, but Midnight, they lead by around 70 points. 100 Thieves, though, catching them up. There is, of course, 7 seconds left. The rotation will be going to that top gun there, right in front of Kenny. Just trying to get a bit of position, a bit of information as Blast will go down. Big kill, especially on that rotation. And here comes the pinch.
Here we go. Highway to the danger zone as they make their way through the top guns. Slasher backing up 3 members of the squad. 1 player in there in window. You've got the likes of Midnight making their way in off spawn. They're spawning far out, though. Nice bit of trophy system's going to just give Slasher a bit of a short back and sides. Then over the top. Saints cleans up 3 with a lightning. That's going to be an open field. Blast is now on point. We heard Nameless giving Blast a little bit of stick there. He said he's given him a lot of pressure in the past. A lot of criticism, and rightfully so. He's a strong player. And now 6 and 5. 12 and 3 though for Saints. And we'll go back to Saints. We talked on him, and you know, one of the players who heats up in a big way, can drop 30, can turn a match around on his head. And so far, he's doing just that. 12 and 4. I believe his streaks are all finished. We still have a lightning strike for Llama God, but a magnificent start for Midnight nonetheless.
Yeah, just taking a step back here and kind of analysing what's gone on so far. Obviously, a fantastic start for Midnight. Well, they got that 90-point lead, and then since there, bit of a barrel bomb there from Kenny. 100 Thieves have got right back into it. This game is, there's nothing in it. You know, we're talking 25, 30 points at most, and 100 Thieves getting some momentum. And I just feel like everything that Midnight was doing at the start, it's kind of come to nothing. 100 Thieves, they've not done anything special, they've not got any crazy streaks, but they've been trading really effectively. Now we're going to the rotation to the kitchen. We're seeing streaks come in for 100 Thieves. The Crash is going to find himself the Hellstorm as well. And we're seeing Llama God bring in those streaks, and still a pretty close game, but Midnight, a much better start to today than yesterday. Of course, they went down by 80 yesterday. Right now, they're in the lead by 50.
If we get the magnifying glass out once again, I mean, Midnight, the last time we saw them against Splice, they had a great opening hard points. You know, we saw Parasite going huge. We saw Parasite doing great work, and then they just seem to run out of steam. They run out of gas. They start to slow down. Team starts to overtake them, and before you know it, the match is toast. Will 100 Thieves find themselves now as we rotate back over the next hard point? Will they be able to get the lead here? Again, Midnight, they tend to run out of steam. Will that be the case here again today? Lace getting cut down on the outside. Priest are locking down Lab. Kenny finding the final few moments, and the rotation has already gone through. This is the beginnings of a powerful comeback from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, a beautiful positioning. Look at that minimap. The red arrows, pardon me, pushing out of that hard point, getting control of the map, making the spawn so difficult here for Midnight. Of course, 2 going down, and they will know exactly where they're coming from. and the streaks for Kenny. I do want to go back and just talk briefly there. Kenny, the way you used that TAC 5 boost to actually enable him to get the streaks, really smart play there, and I'm sure they're going to come in handy on the next hard point. But with 35 seconds left, still in the middle. Look at their score, Miles. 5 points in it. After all that, after the whole rotation has gone by, what a close game.
Yeah, Midnight is the becomings of a good team, but just unable to find themselves in the mid-game. Opening up very, very strong. 20 seconds here left on Lab. Slash is going to hold on. War Machine at the ready. Saints caught out in the middle there as Kenny cuts him down. Lamagod actually kills himself with the trophy system. I believe that may have been his own. Priest is now set up for the next hard point. Purple Arrows lining up. Only 2 of them there, number 3 and number 5. Kenny's just going to hover above. And this is going to sting. Forces them into that tight corridor. Finds them both. Blast and Lacefield had to quickly say their prayers before they were taken out there. And the hard point flips now. 145 and climbing. 100 Thieves. There's no chance of them slowing down now. The grip is tightening around Midnight. Can Midnight find something here? Again, they've managed to get the kills. They've managed to flush those players off. A little bit of indecision as no one's on point. Now, how will they respond to the attack from 100 Thieves?
Nicely done there, nicely broken. It was actually the lightning strike that made 2 spawn at the very back. Positioning from 100 Thieves was a little bit off. However, Kenny, now investing his streaks, is going to find himself a kill. Priester will find another. Only 25 seconds left on this point, but plenty of time, of course, to rack up more kills, more streaks, and of course, those all-important specialists that we know and love. 25-point lead here now for 100 Thieves, and there we go. Priester with a double. Lacefield gets shut down, as well as Llama. And again, checking out that minimap, just 1 player left. It is going to be Blast. He's going to be put down to about 20 HP, so he's going to rotate round now. Midnight have those spawns. Congratulations. However, you're looking at the time where we're going to see specialists really kind of driven home. When are we going to see them, though? That's the question, because we've got Slams, we've got War Machine, we've got close to Vision Pulse and Tempest as well. I think we could see some very soon.
Yeah, everyone on Midnight starting to save up. Starting to get ready for that winter. All the nuts are going in the storage. Priester over the top as well. Slam ready. He's continuing this streak. 4 kills in a row for him. 140 away from that lightning strike. In from behind. He could find something. Waiting for a bit of information from his teammate. Slasher was taken down there on point. Now with Kenny backing him up. Going to bait him out here. Try to get the streaks. Kenny's going to lead the charge. That nade. Oh, Saints! I don't think he knew quite how important that kill was, and that's great. Stops Priester from getting those streaks. May take care of Lamagod, but Saints is hitting him dead on here with the War Machine.
Yeah, a bit an interesting here to see no flat jacket. Of course, we did see the War Machine obtained by Slasher already, so you know the call out must have been made. You know, I've got War Machine, they probably have too, but it wasn't brought out. Saints on the other hand, 27 and 14. My goodness, he's putting the slaying side of things into a different level. Lacefield is -10, but it really doesn't matter. It's that score in the top mid that does, and it's a 12-point lead now for Midnight. Tempest, goodbye, as we do see that one quickly dispatched off. A triple kill coming in for Midnight. And Octane putting 1 in the head of Blast here. 50 seconds left on the good. Couple kills on either side really could change the game right now.
Here we go. Saw point now captured in the hands of Midnight. Again, props to Blast, finding 2 there on the point before going down. Wonderful work from him in those tough engagements. Here we see that Vision Pulse from Enable. Priester now lining him up. He's got all the intel he wanted. Finds 3 with a slam. Perfect way to lead the charge. Perfect way to capitalize there off the back of the Vision Pulse. Top stuff from 100 Thieves. Full marks as they take the lead.
There was a very successful slam, but there was also a very unsuccessful slam on the opposing side there. Both actually came in. You might have heard the noise. And of course, 100 Thieves coming out on top. It's going to be an extra 13 seconds there. It's going to put them roughly around the 2:20 mark, heading to the kitchen. 1 break, 1 push here. We'll, of course, see them come out on top. And look at those specialists. War Machine's still ready. Kenny close to his second TAC 5 boost. And Octane, we know what he can do with that Tempest. And an opener could change the game. Parasite looking to be alive right now. But the reach alley's going to see him come out on top. And that's a spawn that he needs. But will he be able to keep it? Priester being the thorn in the side. Parasite goes down. And Priester, he's going to be drawing a lot of attention from the back. And Octane coming through, butting him with a... hitting him with the butt of the gun there. And Enable, Priester, all getting on the scoreboard. This could be over.
Priester finally gets the streaks. He's so hard fought for. Finally gets 1. Will not be able to get the other. 85 away. Quick contester on point. As 100 Thieves are now 30 points from the win. Midnight just nipping at the heels. The clock is ticking though. Shots in on the back end. Saints getting it done once again. Magnificent work from he and Blast on point there to close things up. Saints still alive and kicking. In from the back, Lamagod as he finds 1. The lab now a safe place. Gearing up for the next hard point, which they sorely need. Saints still continuing this run. 3 kills in a row for him. Lovely bit of work. 32 and 18. Touched on it earlier. 3-10 away from streaks. Will he be able to find any more? And now Midnight with the lead and with the point.
Yeah, TAC 5 boost has been put down, but they're pushing right through those tight holes there. The engagements are going to come through, and it should favor Midnight. The TAC 5 boost, of course, helping them out a little bit, but Midnight have to set up so perfectly here. The rotation from kitchen to mid, incredible. Now the TAC 5 comes in for Midnight. The streaks are going to be there as well. And my goodness, Midnight might have just clutched up at the very last second. The lightning strike's going to give information of where the players are. Of course, that ping coming through for Saints, and look at that kill feed. Ladies, gentlemen, this one surely is going in the hands of Midnight. Kill after kill. It's Saints time and time again putting those kills on the board. A contest needs to come in now, Miles.
Here comes the contest if they can. The final 5 seconds. 100 Thieves don't have the guns, the bullets, or the HP to get it done, and Midnight will close out. The clock strikes 12 here in map number 1.
Beautifully clutched up there. I kind of quoted, and near the kitchen, you know, Priester at the back, he had those spawns, he had the help of Octane, I believe, and it looked so good, but they got broke from the side, from the front. The specialists didn't go their way, but also, when they obviously got broke from that front, it gave the spawns, of course, of the first and the middle straight to Midnight. And you're going to see this on the replay here. Currently 215 to 221. Nothing really in it, but with the last 5 seconds, look at all the red arrows. They're spawning out, and yes, they're on what we would say are flankies, but they're going to be pushing into a very tight space through these doors that obviously make noise when they open. You know, it's a very loud sound. It is giving away, basically, and they're doubling up, and you see the kill feed, of course, going purple all day long. Big kills coming in from Saints once more. Just look at that stat line. Saints, 34 and 18. There's still a lot of time on the clock here. I think he picks up another 2 or 3 kills. And again, Lacefield 13 and 23, Blast -3. Across the board, in fact, not, you know, the best stats, but Saints most certainly stepping it up and really representing. That's what we pointed out at the very start of not only the game today, but yesterday. He is that electric player that just can go off and sometimes win you a game.
Saw fantastic performances from almost everyone there on Midnight. Lacefield somewhat lacking, but nonetheless, before the match started, Jess had a quick catch up with both of the teams. Jess, what did they have to say?
Thanks, Miles. Yeah, so first I caught up with Parasite from Midnight, and gotta say, he wasn't feeling too optimistic. He talked a little bit about some of the issues that the team has been having, and he was pretty candid with me, saying we've had some issues within the team of just a lack of practice, people either showing up late or kind of not showing up at all, and so it was kind of refreshing to hear that honesty. So going into this match, he didn't seem like he was too optimistic, but, you know, it's working out for them so far. From 100 Thieves, I caught up with Slasher, and, you know, despite how things have been going for them, he seemed a little bit critical of the team. You know, he said even though they won yesterday versus Splice, he said, oh, we played sloppy, but even so, the fact that we won even while we were playing sloppy shows how good we can be. In this series versus Midnight, you know, his main thing was if we play to our potential, we should be doing well, because, you know, he also said we see that Midnight is struggling. So let's see how the rest of the series goes, though. Miles and Momo, back over to you.
Thanks, Jess. Thank you very much indeed. Well, struggles indeed for both squads, I think, in that matchup. You would have expected Midnight to run that, you know, momentum they got from the very first 2 hardpoints home all the way, but again, Thieves bounce back. Love to see it. Called them the Thieves. You know he's listening. Either way, friends, wonderful stuff. Nonetheless, we're going to Search and Destroy up next. Midnight, again, not a whole lot to lose. You know, they find themselves here in the league. We touched on it yesterday. The Dest talked about it. You probably know what's going on there as well. They're battling for that respect. They're battling for the respect that they deserve as players, but they've got to earn it. 100 Thieves on the other side of the board. Fantastic performances from them. Bit of bad luck, quite literally, at Fort Worth, which could have potentially seen a different, you know, turnout in those final standings. Nonetheless, fate has a funny way of getting things done. Here we go into the Surge. Staying on Arsenal. Any quick predictions here, my friend?
I think it's going to be as close to the Search and Destroy. We've seen some Search and S&Ds from yesterday, even some today, which have been a little one-sided. I don't think that's the case here. I know, you know, 100 Thieves have been that team which a lot of people will pick, but I feel like Midnight, they kind of have that explosive player style, if you like, on Search and Destroy. You do look towards Saints and maybe Blast, but again, you said it on the... Nameless said it on the desk. You know, a lot of pressure onto someone like Blast, who performs consistently online, and can he... obviously put that into his LAN practice. This team has all the qualities that a great Search and Destroy team would have, but I've got to edge towards 100 Thieves here. They've teamed for longer, they've got that chemistry. I'm looking for Kenny to have a big game.
Kenny to have a big game. Very, very, very safe bet, my friend. I think we could indeed be seeing that. Still, onto Arsenal we go. 100 Thieves, again, if you've just joined us, this is our 3rd series of the evening, of the day, of the afternoon, wherever you may be on the face of this large blue planet. straight into this one. Octane will be the man leading the charge there with that Paladin. Didn't have a stupendous performance in our first matchup, but nonetheless, Kenny's about to run into the entire squad as everyone has made their way towards the B site. Backing on up, great bit of sight. Blast running snipe for the other side of the board. Now, number 9, that is going to be Priester going for that big deep wrap now. He's trying to hit that flank, hoping to find someone. Number 5, that's going to be Llama God watching the back end. Octane can't find one pick there with the Paladin. Oh, does find the ankle of Blast, so that would have been an absolute pristine kill. Great way to get the round started. It's hard to tell who's got it. Blasts, he gets it. Right in the chest. Here come the quick trades with that first kill immediately from behind. Perfect maneuvering there from 100 Thieves. Enable makes his way in the back, can't get it done. Slasher finds one. Llama God up the back. Priester on the flank gets cut down. And now Octane making his way forward with the help of Kenny in a 2v2.
Great shots there coming in from Octane at the start. Maybe hits the one he shouldn't have, but apart from that, it looks like they're predicting a wrap, and they're basically out pretty perfectly here, Midnight. Huge kills as well coming in from Llama and Saints there on the back. It should have really been around 200 Thieves, but still can be. Maddox, of course, being a little bit better than that pistol up close for Octane, which is going to be difficult here for the retake. Maybe he needs to pick one off. Maybe he needs to find Kenny as well, but the concussion's not going to help anyone. Tapmaster is, of course, going to help him recover for a second, and now watching over Octane. If he finds one, my goodness, it could help, but I thought he just shot his teammate in the back. And as time ticks away, Kenny's going to fall, and this is going to be all she wrote. Because no one needs to peek, no one needs to challenge.
I actually think that was a slight mistake from Octane. He did manage, as soon as they managed to get those kills there on the first gun near the bomb site, Octane ran forward and tried to find himself a weapon. And I think in and amongst all the chaos, in and amongst the rotate, because they're trying to wrap back towards the other bomb site, he picked up Blast's Paladin. Instead of finding himself a Maddox or a Sorg, he found the wrong weapon. And in that chaos, picking it up back and forth, he was like, I need to get a weapon. I need something.
Yeah.
So he sticks it out with the Strife again. He sticks it out with the other Paladin when he's trying to find himself a Maddox or a Sorg in that situation. So a bit of bad luck, bit of, you know, tough situation to be in. You've got to make the move. You have to position yourself effectively to retake the site, or to at least adapt to possibly the play towards A. And nonetheless, it went the way of Midnight. First round goes their way, and now it's going to be a slight spread across mid-map. Blast once again with a snipe. Octane once again. He finds Llama God there in the opening kill. An early advantage now to 100 Thieves. Midnight nonetheless teetering back now towards that B site, but the bomb is going A.
Nice play here from 100 Thieves as well, just rotating around. Lacefield is in the vents, I believe, so keep an eye out for that one, and Octane's going to be taken down. That was a nice clean shot there for Blast. He could have got a 2-in-1 for a second, but bomb is down now. 4v3. The Slasher does fall, and one's going to be caught off guard, and that's going to be Parasite. Kenny with the ICR. He's going to take full advantage of that. No trade comes in, but Saints from behind has to clean up, and he will do. Concussion goes down. Advantage to Midnight.
Oh, they got to fight from Enable. They managed to stem up and get back in for another shot. Now it's Kenny in a 1v2. Straight over the top. Perfect timing from Midnight to attack there and managed to get that final kill. Quick defuse from Saints. Now that streak's guaranteed. Only sitting at 75 points. Once again, Saints with a magnificent start. He went 5-0 in the Hardpoint. 5-0 now in the Search after 2 rounds. And the defuse. Streaks for that man on your screen.
Saints, of course, having another great game. If you missed it, he had a fantastic map number 1. Cleaning up that first kill was so important as well. He nearly let it go, but it means he has that advantage on that second as well. And in the 2v1, he does pick up the final kill with just 1, maybe 2 bullets. Still, that explosive playstyle we talked about at the start. Saints a very, very good player in his own right. The skill has never been a problem with Saints.
And we saw him in COD World War II. Same thing could be said there, but talking of skill, Kenny's your guy. Sitting at 2-2 for his squad right now. He and Octane getting the jobs done. Here we go. It's a big push towards A for Midnight. They're all in. It's a 5-stack. One player's about to make his way through the back end. There's a beautiful shot from Blast. Once again, very clean. Parasite finds a kill as well. 4v3. Saints made his way into the vents. It's a 3-way split now from everyone on 100 Thieves. They're looking to find something here. Enable's sadly going to find a Hellstorm in the back pocket of Saints, and that's rough. Now it's a 4v2, bomb going down. Kenny in from behind. Kenny in from behind as he finds one. Octane on the site as well. Is the confusion enough? It's not going to be enough as Kenny's now in a 1v3. Completely cut to ribbons. Specialists, streaks, it's all going to Midnight.
Certainly is. Yesterday, they came out with a 6-5 victory, of course, against Reciprocity. That being, of course, 100 Thieves. But Midnight, this is what we talk about. You know, they have the capabilities to be a fantastic search and destroy team. Everyone across the board. Abundance of experience on the left-hand side of that main stage, of course. Time to see whether they can close it out. They struggled, obviously, in the mid-game of Hardpoint. Let's see what they can do in the S&D.
Yeah. Is there enough gas left in the tank to close this out? 4th round. Straight in on towards B. 100 Thieves have committed. Number 8's in mid. Saints is on point now. Is anyone going to have Takmar? Oh, flag! Yeah. I was worried about Takmar still being out because we've seen a lot of stuns in the match so far. Blast is going to get cut down in mid. Saints is toast. 8-1. It was a lovely run while he had it, but manages to get the trade at least 3v3. Parasite can't get any more out of that one. Now it's a 2v2. Beautiful trades from both teams. Again, the timing just a little bit off, but now this is a tough spot for Blast and Lacefield. They're so spread out. Oh man, Enable goes down on 1v1. Perfect trade from Octane, quickly where he needed to be, but 1v1 situation. Can Midnight get another round here?
30 seconds on the clock. Rotation towards the A-bomb site for Octane. And again, like you said, perfect trades for both teams. Lacefield isn't going to be close enough to that A-bomb site to actually stop him planting, but the question is, what does Octane do from here? Just going to slide around the vents. Of course, opening these doors, making noise is never the preferred method, but he's planted it in a great spot. He does stay alive, and that's what he needs right now. Sees the did he see the cross?
He must have. It was a rap battle with a W. As they both make their way around. Lacefield makes it look so easy. Got the power position. He's got the bomb for cover. There we go.
Yeah, I think Octane kind of knew his mistake there as well. He planted the bomb for a position from lobby, but then he didn't confirm whether he was crossed or not, I think, and he was kind of panicking. Maybe he's just on the defuse, and maybe his game plan was to go right round the back, maybe come up the stairs, but he was always going to be at a disadvantage there from someone behind the bomb. Midnight, another round to the good here, and really showing the search and destroy specialist, if you like.
Yeah, this is actually a great run from them. Somewhat disappointed that Saints didn't manage to get more out of that War Machine. Again, the trade early on is good. Managing to catch the entirety of the 100 Thieves squad there, likely without flak. They would not have been able to survive that onslaught, especially as they made their way towards B so close together. 4-man right through the middle now, as you can see. They're in the lab getting the work done. Number 7 watching the back end of A, but it looks like it's all in towards B. Hoping to play those trades that have been working out so well for them so far from Midnight. Again, 4 rounds to nada. Saints for streaks, though, again. If they can make the play happen, make sure there's no one towards B, get the bomb down, drop streaks on them. Same can be said for A. Hellstorm's going to do damage. Blast in the back. 4-4 currently for him. 100 Thieves just unable to get onto this site, unable to find the opener. I'm expecting Midnight to make a play, make an aggressive play out of this, and push the advantage that they think they have, but at this stage, neither team really willing to give anything up. Slash is going to be the first one to find that engagement, surely. Saints got itchy feet. Hellstorm's up. With that time, the bomb goes down. Here comes the play. Kenny's in. The trades are through. Oh, Blast puts one in the thigh there of that player. 2 from Lace with an aid. 2 for Octane. Now it's a 2v2. What a round this has been.
Certainly has. He's not over just yet there, Octane. And Priester is going to find one before falling as well. Big trades in the concussion. I think it's just caught him out. He has. Tap mask. Oh no, tap mask. You are dead to rights. He had the height advantage. On Lacefield, he's feeling himself in the search and destroy, and rightly so. Absolutely killing it alongside the squad. Right now, you're 5-0. You're feeling good. Making it look easy. Yeah, Lace Boulder strike with that one. Managed to find 2 out of it. Gets cleaned up. Big shots. The man he's reading Octane. Snipes have been pristine. Clean snipes. Squeaky clean. You could eat your dinner off those snipes, but 5-0 in the round count. Midnight fell short in the hard point. But they're standing very, very tall. Stiff as a mast here in the search. Round 6, potentially our last, the way things have been going.
An aggressive defensive round from Midnight. 2 players making their way forward through mid, 2 players sitting towards the bomb, and that's Saints #1 moving all around the map, just filling the gaps where it need be. Blast is gone. 8-2 for Saints still. He still has that lightning strike. Waiting for the call towards A. Waiting to use it if needs be. Now Saints and Llama rotating back towards B. That nade's going to give a lot of information out, and Lace is hoping to find a kill. These players in disarray on the rotate back towards the other site. The timing might be on. If you can just find something. Stop playing with your food, man. That could have sorely, sorely hurt. 3v4. Trades once again go through. Midnight now on the back foot. Can 100 Thieves get around out of this? Slasher aggression forward. Saints, though, a little too strong. Not enough strength, though, left in the barrel as Llama now on his own in a 1v0. 5-1.
Nice round there from 100 Thieves. The only nice round, really, we've seen, to be honest. Midnight have dominated so far. And they really needed that one, of course. That would have been a 6-0. That would have been a complete whitewash.
All turns around from Slasher, though. Kill there on site, kill there on the player on the flank. He absolutely had to win this. ICR versus Sorg up at that range as well. He kept his mettle. Shot of a world champion right there. 5-1. Here we go, Phil. Full sail? Full sail?
I don't think so.
That beep said it all.
Saints still has a lightning strike. Not sure whether he's used the ping or not. However, look at Blast, very close to that TAC 5. I get there's the TAC 5. Now you've got streaks to play with. You get this bomb down and you can almost call it GG. Enable in the vents. Oh, and that's the grab slam. This is a specialist race, which is just not nice for 100 Thieves right now. They haven't got anything. They're not even close.
But in the past, we've seen Midnight use their specialists to no avail. We've seen them not get a whole lot with it. Can they win the trades now? 3-2. Enable up the back. Slasher on the bomb. Parasite just too strong. 2 for him this round. And now it falls to Enable. Lightning strikes out. Force him into the vents. And Saints would be the player to get the kill. 6-1. An incredible search from Midnight. Game 1 was close. Game 2 was anything but.
Saints once again. Fantastic map #1. Fantastic map #2. My goodness. That is going to be it for our first 2 maps. However, Control is coming up next. 100 Thieves versus Midnight. Guys, after this, we're going to go into the Control and see who can take it.
No need to be shy. We're back. Midnight. 2-0 up over 100 Thieves. It was hard to keep it together when I could hear my co-mix laughing behind us. Either way, boys and girls, we're back. And of course, Midnight, you're up 2-0.
Yeah.
Who nada? Who called that? Who saw that coming? Who on the Reddit was like, yeah, Midnight got this one tonight? No one.
92% on Twitter thought 100 Thieves had this one in the bag. Maybe that's a fan favorite, if you like. But I will say I was certainly on the 100 Thieves hype train. I will say Saints map 1 and 2 have been... He's been incredible. He's been fantastic. I think he was dropping streaks in both. He was, of course, winning the race to that specialist. Now, Saints, answer the call. Frequency control. Can you end it in 3? Can you shut it down now? Can you send 100 Thieves back in? I think if he gives 100 Thieves a little bit, a taste, that we could be seeing another Game 5. But I do feel that Midnight, they have that firepower to punch on through and to end this 3-0. I know there's a lot of 100 Thieves fans out there, and I'm sorry. I am.
I'm a 100 Thieves fan.
Okay, I'm sorry, Miles.
Thanks.
Sorry to you as well.
That's all I wanted.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
No worries.
Anytime. 2-0. We've seen 100 Thieves putting up big plays here on Control and likely to do the same thing, but they've got to make something special happen off the rip. Here we go. 3 players towards A. The contest from mid-map is going to be Nasty. Parasite, he's going to open up the kills as they get the play towards B over. That's it. That first tick is almost a thing of the past. Priest is trying to clear out mid. Prevent that cut straight across through mid-map to get the point towards A. First tick's gone down. Armagod fighting on point. Blast holding the backline down. The contest through on mid. Enable's going to go. Blast is going to clean it up, and they're going to buy a little bit more time. What will 100 Thieves do?
Time is ticking. Zone is ticking up. And B-Zone, that's going to be the second one. 26-23. Lives really do not matter at this point here. Armagod, Parasite, Saints, and Blasts all added to the mix there. And my goodness, it's a beautiful recipe. It's tasting good right now. It's 2-0 up. And 100 Thieves back against the wall, the 5 lives down, and they're taking control here.
Oh, it's a midnight snack, if you will. Up by 4 on the life count. Still Priester. Trying to hold down the back, still testing the front, hitting that doorway. Streaks once again from Blast. 5 and no, finally goes down. 3 and 2 for Lamagod as he tries to make his way forward. Saints is going to get dropped. Lacefield yet to get a kill. Not the best series from him, but nonetheless, the team is all firing. And here we have it, 4 and 2 for Enables. He makes his way in, trying to get on that point. Trying to get these players out. B was gone early on. Doesn't mean the site's not a hot spot. It's not a highway for these players to make their way quickly across map and find these additional angles. Lovely pinch there from Kenny and Enable. Slasher now coming in, trying to flush these players out the back of Orange and trying to hit the spawns, trying to find some advantage now on the lives.
So Lacefield now getting in a nice position here, trying to cause a bit of trouble for Enable. However, look at the spawn there, just helps him. Well, should I say help 100 Thieves out, pick up that kill, and those lives have soon turned around. It was 25-20. Now it's 12-16 here. 100 Thieves have really kind of put their mark on that A zone. Not one tick has he even gone in. Interesting. How do Midnight kind of go about this? How do they, you know, prolong their life by taking, of course, the 16 down maybe to 14, 15, whatever it may be? How do they come back into this? It's going to be very difficult on the offense. Look at the kill feed. Is Kenny and Slasher, and they're obviously playing so well, but I do like what Saints has done. He's got in the enemy spawn, and what he will be doing now is causing a nuisance. The problem is he's all alone, and 2, 3 players spawning up. He's going to have the backup of Lacefield. This could be something special. If he picks up the kill, stays alive, he will go down. Lacefield's going to trade things out. He's a better position, but it's not great.
Yeah, this is fantastic, though. 6-9. Midnight have just found a tiny bit of a second win there, but that's it. The lives are done. Final 4, final 3 now. We're watching them drop like flies as 100 Thieves just mops them up. The A point barely gets touched before the blood of Midnight is sprayed all over it. Final 2 players now are left here in the very first round, and I want to give a big shout out to Enable. 7 and 3. 3 back-to-back for him. He's managed to turn this around fantastically, as did Priester.
Yeah.
And Saints, hero play. Trying to punch him through the back, trying to even up the lives, cause some disarray there in the back line, and there we have it. 100 Thieves with a great defensive round, despite losing B very, very early on.
It was a very interesting start to the round. The round started so in favor of Midnight. I was like, wow, this is not good for 100 Thieves. But they soon turned that around. It was It was obviously the kills that they made, but it was the time that they got those kills because it enabled them to push up into very good positions, have that coverage to get that second wave of kills. They actually got some of the third wave as well, so interestingly enough, 100 Thieves kind of getting that momentum. Can they take it into round number 2, though? 90 seconds on the clock. Quick specialist check. Not there yet, but we are getting close, but we do have a lightning strike for Blast.
There we go. And Blast. Parasite watching the back end of B, straight on top of B, 400 Thieves. Here it comes. Oh! He got it out. Just. Only just. No kills with it, but they forced him back. Parasite, is it easy pickings? He only finds one in on the mix. Enable's trying to find the back end. Priester cutting the players off the top. Wonderful shots there from Priester. Man, that's mean. Octane holding down the back end as well. This is a good solid push now from 100 Thieves. They baited out the streaks, no kills, and they didn't lose a whole lot of lives in the flurry of activity. And Priester, 6 to his name in this round. He's going 10-4. Almost at his grab slam, 25 away from the Lightning. This is big though. The timing on this push could be huge. Finally managed to get one shot in there. Lightning strike at the ready. Priester ready to rock and roll with that one.
Miles, look at A. He's been taken over right now by 100 Thieves. Going to be stopped by Saints and Lacefield, and B, of course, still intact, but 2 ticks have been obtained. 2 lives are what separates the 2 teams as the time ticks away, 60 seconds. Again, no specialist just yet. Priester close to the slam. We have got a streak available for that lightning strike. And again, kills going down, favoring 100 Thieves for now. 4 life advantage.
There we go, B's done. Cleaned up. Here come the reinforcements from Midnight as they start to fortify A. Slasher making his way in off spawn. He's going to run straight into Blast though. Blast trying to slow these players down. Number 5 watching the point. Again, worried about the overextension, but number 6, sneaky number 6, that's Octane. While the battle now goes down on point, Octane is cutting off the resupply. He's cutting off Blast. Here, while we see the action go down, Priester's ready to go with a slam. The shot punch is happening, but again, Octane cutting off the supply lines, making sure no one makes their way in as that first tick at A is gone. The lives go the way of 100 Thieves, the positions go the way of 100 Thieves, and now the clock as the second tick is done at A. The third is about to close out. What an attack that was from 100 Thieves. The second round goes their way decisively.
Yeah, they've got so much to play with in round number 3 as well. You know, we see a lot of kind of turnarounds around that third round, but with streaks, specialists, everything, you know, in the hands of 100 Thieves, these guys should close it out. Of course, they will be on the defense now, and we saw, of course, them get, you know, pushed back very early on in round number 1, but they held out. I'm looking for them to do the same. And, of course, one more round will put them into another hard point. If you're just joining us, 2-0 down. 100 Thieves right now, they need everything to go their way.
Tough, though. We always get to see these control maps. We always get to see that round 3. That's where the turning point is. Good streaks, bad streaks, good specialists, bad specialists. If you don't make them work, this is how reverse sweeps happen here on control. Still, we have everything going away of 100 Thieves. Absolutely everything at this point. Can they keep it going? Priester just whiffs that one. Nonetheless, he's still alive on point. Lacefield gets the better of him there. And now the tick towards A. Enable still with streaks. Priester still with a lightning strike. Slasher opening things up in a big way there on point. Blast is going to be going next. That's 3 for him. Hellstorm at the ready. Lovely usage there of Specialist. Now he's got streaks to work with. They can close it out in 3. If they can get this done here and now. I wonder what Midnight have got to say about that. Trying to fight back. Trying to fight their way onto the point. Either way, 100 Thieves now with the advantage. 2-0 up. Can we hear it from them now themselves? Quick Astro Gaming listening with 100 Thieves.
Elbow, never spawn. I got one. Yo, elbow. One's elbow.
Yeah, window.
I don't see elbow.
Window going hot right now.
He need to go play. He might just be behind there too.
I have B side right now.
Okay.
I can show
Elbow.
Yeah, they're close. I need their outer.
Close. Watch out. Nice. No, here. Lava dead. Another one. Over here. It's absolutely challenging. I'm sliding you.
Okay, yeah. One's about window.
Sliding back to base.
Window weak.
Push you, block B side. I'm pushing this guy window.
I'm
blocking B side.
I'm blinding all spawn. I'm blinding all spawn. They're all in the back of their base.
I'm gonna Hellstorm after him.
I'm blinding.
Oh, they're gonna be. They went.
Lightning B side.
Yo, 3. There's like 2 or 3 in her.
Yeah.
One's blue in her. One's blue in her. Or A in her.
Lightning.
Backside.
You grab me.
Hold that, dickhead.
He's weak.
He's 1 bullet.
God damn, brother.
Kill his ass, please. Oh, please kill it. What's up, B?
There is just no way 100 Thieves can lose this right now.
Wait, hang on. It's 3 lives left. No, I'm kidding.
There is no way.
No way. It's 22-1, Miles.
We were saying the only way you manage to get those clean 3-0s in control is if you just hang on to everything until that third round, and then you unleash hell. 100 Thieves do just that. And there is just a confused startled and maybe aroused look across the faces there of the Midnight players. Kenny's feeling himself. You got to be feeling yourself after a performance like that. There you go. 100 Thieves get themselves on the board. Boys and girls, friends, children of all ages. Now, can they get it done again in the hardpoint? Pushes to a game 5. We're not Benson and Chance, so that may not happen.
However, today has been game 5, and I tell you what, a game 5 I wouldn't say no to right now. Of course, these two teams going head-to-head. It's going to be interesting, of course, to see. But just to kind of highlight exactly what we did see, just cast your eyes to the top right-hand side of your screen, and those little gold diamonds over there. Cold score streaks are quite powerful. Of course, having not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 of them. I think 6 in total with Octane's Hellstorm as well. There was no chance, not a hope or prayer, and even losing all the gunfights as soon as they got to the B zone, lightning, off spawn, Hellstorm, off spawn, lightning, off spawn, Hellstorm, and that's why the life count is, of course, a little crazy.
Yeah, we saw this clip begin with 100 Thieves at 25 lives, and we will see them end it here at 22, I believe. That's it. Done and dusted. The 4 back-to-back. Parasite throws himself off. He knows it's done. In the time it took Midnight to get, what, 3 kills? 4, maybe close to 4, but 3 kills. We saw all 16 of them go.
Parasite was like, nah, I'm out.
I'm out. Feeding stats. He doesn't want to see that damage dealt leaderboard at the end of the day because he knows that was done to his team. Either way, 100 Thieves. Close but no cigar in the hard point. They get absolutely bopped in the search for destroy. They hand out quite the smackdown there on frequency. Good God, 3-0.
Yeah, that was a smackdown, an RKO, and a rock bottom. But Seaside Hardpoint coming up next here. Of course, it always brings a nice little twist and turn. Seaside, of course, the home of comebacks, and my personal favourite for Hardpoint, purely because of that reason. Midnight, of course, having a little comeback of their own on map number 1. They started so strong, Miles. Like, we're talking 80-point lead over 100 Thieves. Again, they kind of let 100 Thieves get back into it, or should I say let them? 100 Thieves just did it themselves. They kind of turned up at the right time, but it wasn't enough. Midnight will be looking for a big victory here. This will go against all odds, by all means. You know, I said Twitter at the start was 92% in favor of 100 Thieves. That is a landslide.
It really is a landslide. I mean, you can't argue with the numbers, but you can argue with that scoreline. 2-1. 100 Thieves now looking to bounce back. What's the Spanish for comeback in this little sleepy seaside town?
I have no idea.
I love
Just
that
to
rat.
answer your question.
I love that rat. That rat has seen things in these wine barrels. 2 of those rats have seen so much death, so much destruction, too much. More than any rat should see in his lifetime. Here we go, friends. Straight in on point. Number 9 is going to be the only player who's not going to be in the opening mix. Try and hit the flank. Priest, big shots, enable Kenny getting kills up. Early points to 100 Thieves. Nothing to be found there for Priest on the flank. Slash's last player left there on points. Going to have to back on up. Great opening start from Midnight. Hyper aggressive, winning the gunfights, getting the most of it done. Lace running fast mags. We're seeing more and more fast mags now in the Pro League. Chart score, it's the wave. And here we go. 17 points to the good for Midnight as they get the final 30 seconds here on Cafe, but we're not going to see 100 Thieves give it up just yet. Llama got it from behind, is going to put a stop to enable. And again, the gunfight's certainly going the way of Midnight with a powerful opening break. Nonetheless, 100 Thieves back in off spawn, back into the good, trying to find something here as we rotate over in 10 seconds.
That was a trade. Enable and Lacefield literally got the kill on each other there, and Lacefield will be really happy with that. That's all he needed to do, because look at the spawns as well coming in for the boys of Midnight. Of course, highlighted in purple on the red squad. Highlighted in red to say 100 Thieves. Oh my, I think stopped shooting and looked at each other there for a second. We do see kills coming in on either side, but they're all going in favor. What is going on? Team kill from Saints. Lomagod taking Saints down with a trophy, and 100 Thieves have just walked on in and gone, thank you very much.
That was bizarre. We watched the spawns. They spawn at the first hard point, and now everyone from Midnight is going to have to creep on through, and it looks like they're going to stack right on up. Number 8's the only one going to be hitting the side door. He gets cleaned up now. Ooh, Priester up over the top, avoids the player at the door, finds the back door. Can't show himself out as he gets the kills. Octane holding down the front. Big shots out. Slash is going to trade. Again, good points there from 100 Thieves. Bouncing straight back. 20 seconds now left on the contest. Enable him from behind. Not able to get it done. We've got Lace flushing his players out. Final 15 are going to go their way. But we already have 100 Thieves ready to go there at Fountain.
First rotation.
Split spawn though. Look. 1 and 4. In through middle. They're going to be able to cut these players out as they try and hit mid.
first rotation to Fountain has to go in favor. 100 Thieves there, well set up. And again, might be down, but we know this is the money hill. This is where you can really capitalize. And with a strong setup, it's very, very hard to break, especially with no streaks, no specialists. And this is the one time you can do that. It's on the first rotation. Maddox in hand. Octane on top of the Fountain there, getting a little water on his feet. Right at the back, he's going to be enabled with the Sork here, just using this powerful position. He's got the backup of Octane, and hello, grapple gun. See you later, Batman. Back you go. 3 go down, and that's going to be a powerful hold for 100 Thieves here. They will reap the rewards with 25 seconds left. There will be maybe one more push here for Midnight. Can they break him? We'll have to wait and see. Well, it's going to be one break, and that's coming from Llama. Is it going to be enough?
That was the mullet plays. 5 players up the back. Business up front, party in the back. And now we have control. Final few seconds go Midnight. We're seeing Specialists slowly come through, but Blast, he's had a fantastic game so far. 10 and 4. Hardpoint flips, Parasite in control. Tweaking around here in barrels, shots are through. Kenny and Slasher get it done, but Slasher sadly takes Kenny with him. Do we still have the numbers for 100 Thieves on point? Do we still have the manpower? They do. Slasher continues the run. Octane now poking. Can't find anything there as he just tries to find the kill through that little keyhole at the door. Slasher's still good. Powerful shots as Kenny gets back on a point, and it's a trade, but he's allowed Priest now to make his way forward. What a play. What gunfight. What tenacity there from 100 Thieves. Now they're on point. Now they're holding the line. Now they're forcing the players in Midnight out. And now they're getting the lead.
And after everything, look how close it still is. A 10-point game between these two teams, and my goodness, more team kills. And I think Saints like, oh my, stop! Leave them alone! They're on your team!
100 Thieves.
Back to back to back team kills. What?
Everyone got involved. It was an orgy. Unbelievable. Tac 5 comes out. Midnight trying to get back in on this. Blast. Oh, man, I don't want to see any more. No more. Tac 5's up, though. Blast. Beautiful 2 kills. Can you find a third? Enable. Don't do it, man. 3 at the door. Who's next? Who wants a piece? Slasher gets it. All that he could ask for. Llama God now watching the back. Great time from Midnight. Only 16 points away from taking the lead back. 100 Thieves not able to funnel their way through one at a time. No trades to be found. Saints now in the position we saw Blast in. Can he get the same performance? Can't get it done. 3 kills now for 100 Thieves. The numbers go their way. Enable gets shut down at the back door. Llama God still holding on point. 100 Thieves take back the point. Take back the lead. But they haven't got the rotation.
I can't get over it, man. Like, imagine being on 100 Thieves and you're just looking at the kill feed, you're like, oh, they team killed. It's like, oh yeah, you know, look, we got a lucky team kill. Let's go. You see a second come in, you're like, wow. And then you look at the third, you're like, what are these kids doing? They like, has something gone wrong?
Is this league play?
Oh my!
You'd have been kicked. You'd have been kicked for that. Tac 5's up for 100 Thieves. 150 broken. Great kills there from Kenny, Enabled, and Octane. Straight on the point. Saints was the last player left on the wine barrel side of the map. Now they're spawning at P1. Now they're making their way right in through the back. Managing to get number 8. Managing to get Saints in the spawn from behind as well. But specialists, specialists, specialists. That's where the pain's going to be delivered for 100 Thieves. Can Lace find something here? Slams are up, in from behind. Love to see a trophy system stop that.
Well, at this point, there's been more team kills for Midnight than kills for Parasite. 2 and 12, not the best of games. This is just falling apart. The way the cookie crumbles, as some may say, and it's not pretty. And honestly, with what we're seeing here, 100 Thieves, this is another team kill. I give up. Llama God's taking down Saints. Priest, he's in an among. What is that? Oh! What is going on? I think they just won a game 5 right now. 100 Thieves are being gifted a little bit here, but my goodness, there's a lot of mistakes on the map. I can't wait to see or hear from the analyst, obviously, in regards to this one. Streaks have been given to Kenny. He's got Lightning and Hellstorm. However, War Machine, I tell you one thing, Miles. If somehow Midnight win this game, credit to them.
I think you have to get a tattoo after this one. Enables nades going through. Trophy system still in effect. Saints is just feeding someone with that one, sadly. 202 now for 100 Thieves. The first hard point was not theirs. The second one's looking a hell of a lot better. I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing the comeback here on Seaside, as we'd love to see. 30 seconds left on the clock here at Fountain. And it looks like 100 Thieves are drinking those sweet waters. They're going to get their fill here. The contest comes through. Blast is flush. 2 and 16 for Parasite still. That is a bad game.
It's still the same. There's 3 and 16. Parasite does find a kill. Maybe a little bit of confidence to go with it. But is it too late? 100 Thieves now 35 points away. Rotation going back to the wine barrels, and 100 Thieves might have the full rotation here. They've got the scrap time of the fountain. They're already set up. We're talking grab slam. Priester, when you're putting it down, doesn't need to just yet, as he's going to be feeded there with Blast, and he's going to be taken out by Saints here.
Streaks will be working with Kenny as well. He's going to be able to drop those at any given moment. Octane Tempest up, lining them up as he makes his way forward through barrels. Here comes the push. They're about to run into it. Oh, just through the legs of that player. Manages to slip on through. Lightning strikes up. Priester finds two. Enable, though, sadly. It's a little too hot there on barrels as he's line up the back. Purify again and done. And 100 Thieves, they had it all, that matchup. Drama, suspense, agony. Game 5, here we go.
Wild. I've taken a deep breath. I've calmed down a little bit now. I know in the wine barrels, you know, people sliding, slipping everywhere. Team kills do come in. I know one was a double from a nade. It's very unfortunate. It's just frustrating to watch sometimes, and maybe a bit of miscoordination. Very slow game from Parasite. We'll touch on it after the break here. However, 100 Thieves and Midnight. What a game.
Well, here we go. 92% of Twitter said that 100 Thieves would be taking the series. Now we go to a game 5. Will social media prove true? Or can Midnight close out the series? Find out after the break. Game 5 is locked and loaded in the barrel here. 100 Thieves going up against Midnight. The reverse sweep is now on the cards. 100 Thieves close out the control 3-0. They find Seaside a breeze. And now we go into one final search and destroy. Can 100 Thieves close this one out? Will Midnight seal the deal and get themselves a win? Either way, Miles and Momo bringing you this one. Here comes the series, friends. What a roller coaster this has been, my friend.
Yeah, this has been wild. A super, super close game, just to kind of recap. And obviously, Midnight clutching up. The Search and Destroy was a complete whitewash, and so was the Control. It ended with a third round of, what, 22 lives to 0. And that hardpoint, wow, what have I seen? One to watch back. Sure, if you're the coach of Midnight or Crowder, by all means, just to kind of know what went on there. Saw Crowder obviously just having a word with his team. Going into the Search and Destroy, looking for the reverse sweep. Can 100 Thieves do it? Let's jump on board with none other than Priest there himself. The lightning bolt that is.
Flash. Oh, you know what? He's like the kid from The Incredibles. What's his name? Forget it. Here we go. Straight on point. Now, if the first Search and Destroy was anything to go by, then Midnight have got this one in the bag, my friends. Enable gets the bomb down. Uncontested there at B. Blast just takes one in the cheek. He's going to get away with that. He's going to be able to walk it off as he now tries to retake site. Trying to play this one real slow, but Octane's got top heaven covered. We've got players now watching the back. No way can anyone punch their way through the front. Surely. They've got guns all over the bomb site. 25 seconds left. No one is down yet. Here comes the play. Here comes it all over the top. Kenny can't find anything. The damage is done, though, but Midnight with the kills.
My goodness, Kenny. ICR up close. That's a gunfight maybe shouldn't have won. However, the Sorga Priesthood maybe could save the rescue. Rescue the day. Slasher with 3. And with 7.5 seconds left on the clock. That's going to be a tough one here. Slasher, though, credit to him. That's what you want to see from your main AR. Picking up the kills. Right place, right time, right weapon. That's going to be 4.
Good night. First round. In the books.
In the bag.
In the bag.
Secured the bag. Well, secured round 1.
Yeah,
bag's a little off.
Bags, no, that's fine. You have to, you've got the bag.
Look at this, though.
Bang, 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 bang. Pew, pew, pew. Slasher. What a 3 that was. Right place, right time. We went from absolutely nothing to, what, 3 down immediately. Here we go. Second round, offensive round for Midnight. Saints did the best he possibly could there. 2 kills to the death at the end. But Slasher with 4. A tidy 4 because Llama God was hungry for it at the end, and he gets put to the sword. Now on the outside of the map, the gunfights are going down. Stuns in on the bomb site. They know it's on. You hear the players making the call-outs in the back. Kenny falls off. Uh-oh. Kenny falls off. Kenny took a tumble off the side. And now Enable's having to make his way through mid. He has got Octane to back him up. Slasher on the outside of the map. Blast is going to be cleaning these players up in middle. Blast comes back for more. Bomb goes down. Now with Enable. Llama God finds the bomb. Manages to get it back on the road again. Slasher trying to find something outside. Oh my word, it's a whiff! Slasher comes up on top. 175 away from streaks, 5-0. In a 1v3 though, has to play his life. Can't throw himself off here.
Certainly has to. 175, it's big, it's important here. Trying to find a kill may be good, but as soon as you find that kill, more than likely it's going to be traded. So, interesting to see how Slasher does play this one. Oh, he's going to see Llama. I think he's been called out. Of course, Midnight will want to pick up the actual round win. And I'm sure they will. No questions asked for that one. One player on the flank. Who's it going to be? Number 9. Oh my god! Finds it. And we are going to see a round go in favor of Midnight. One thing I do want to say, Miles, this has been the quickest game 5 that I've casted. Map 2, 3, and 4 were so fast. Yeah, so especially 2 and 3. A 6-1, a 3-0 is ridiculous. I feel like we're in game 5, but we're not, if that makes sense.
It does feel like it could be map number 2, yeah. It really does. It's been a fast series. Now, again, that's a real shame for 100 Thieves. Slasher would have been happy to get those extra points, extra streaks, carry that one in the next round, but again, Llama God gets the revenge. Here we go. Third round now. Nothing for Priest and nothing for Octane just yet. Same can be said for Lacefield. Tough series from Lacefield, man. He's a great player, but not his day-to-day, but that's fine.
Parasite suddenly stepped up in the S&D. He was, what, 2 and 14 or something in that half point? I think he had, like, less than 2k damage, 1.8k damage in that hard point. That's just not going to help anyone. Very, very tough. You see players dropping 5, 6k damage, incredible stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's game 5. It's round 3, and it's all tied up here with 55 seconds left on the clock. Lacefield on your screen. Going to spot Octane. I was kind of excited about the snipe-off between Octane and Blast again, but we've not seen any of that. You know, Arsenal, obviously, we saw it in abundance, but here, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Payload's a very, very popular map for the old Paladin. Very popular map for snipers. Llama trying to find something outside. No kills just yet. Parasite, though. Lovely timing. Catching the thigh of Slasher. Kenny over the top. Not to fall this time. Nice 2 back-to-back for Parasite. He knows Kenny's there. Ooh, timing. Ooh, what? Kenny traded out immediately. Now it's a 1v4. I honestly thought Kenny may have just shot past him there and given Parasite the kill. Octane, though, gets Kung Fu fighting straight off the map.
Wisely done. And Parasite, again, credit to him. He played great map number 1, I think it was. Obviously, very poor hardpoint we did outline, but he's stepping it up in this S&D and kind of what he's known for. Obviously, he could have found himself a nice triple. He got 2 here. And I tell you what, if his reflexes were a little better, he takes down Enable and then a shot punch could have come in on the 3rd. But we don't get to see that, unfortunately. The play of the game, play of the round, is the double kill, which, of course, does net Midnight another round to the good. 2-1 as it currently stands here.
Sometimes there's sort of 2 kills back-to-back in quick succession like that can break the back of a team. Certainly got the job done there. Here comes the offensive push now for Midnight. Looks like A is going to be the site of choice. Number 9 going to be watching those delicate inners of the map, the little tubing, the pipeway. Big shots from Slasher, but even bigger shots from Parasite. First blood again. He's having a great map so far, 5-2. Kenny trying to watch the outside of the map. Quick rotate down now to B. Enable's going to be the only player there.
Rotations all going over to B. 3 and 5. That being Kenny and Priest are still over A, and now it's going to be pretty much a 1v5. And this is not looking good for Enable. Location revealed, my goodness. If he could have taken 1, maybe there would have been a chance here, but at a 2v5, Priester finds 1. The bait and switch. You hear Priester calling out. He is going to find 1, but I love that slide there. That is beautifully done by Midnight. Pinpoint accuracy, Parasite, and I believe Llama God find the kills, but it really was a team effort there to close things out. Midnight, S&D, okay, I respect it. These guys are looking hot.
I really thought it was on. Final few moments there, I thought the Priester slide was in. The way they played that was so tight, but again, just unable to clean up those kills. Midnight putting themselves in great positions just to not be taken down. Like, we saw Enable, perfect position, top heaven. He's got eyes on 3 players. He gets late. Llama got down to, like, what, 2 HP. Can't close the kill out. If he manages to get that one done, he manages to buy time, even maybe provide more suppressing fire. He gets his teammates up, the round changes. Nonetheless, 5th round, and Midnight starting to heat up, starting to walk away with this one. 7-2 for Parasite. 5-3 for Slasher. Not quite the 4-0 start he had to begin this one with, but again, first search and destroy was an absolute bloodbath. Now we go into our game 5, and could be the same case.
Certainly could. And across the board, you pointed out Lacefield, of course, you know, not making that much of an impact on the search destroy, obviously in kind of round 2. Now it's round 5. I feel like, yes, in his stats it isn't showing, but his positioning, and if you keep your eye on him, number 7 of where he is and what he's doing, he is kind of being that nuisance. He's going to go down again, ironically enough, as I'm kind of trying to give him a little bit of gas, but does find himself in 0-2. The triple threat comes from behind, and that's going to be 100 Thieves here with a round potentially on the board. They've got every angle covered. They've got the bomb site, and Blast is going to make it a little easier, I feel. I thought he was going to jump off, but Parasite's having none of it. Parasite's trying to find some kills. Frag grenade in hand. Doesn't find anyone, and he will go down there. 100 Thieves, a much needed round. You don't want to go down 4-1, Miles.
Nah, not at all. It's a shame. Parasite, he lined up that frag for the doorway as opposed to the players by rocks on the right-hand side, and if he'd honestly committed to that first one, he may have picked up Slasher with that. Nonetheless, though, the opening 2 kills, this is really what dictated the pace of the round now from 100 Thieves. They managed to get these first openers. Again, the bait and switch, the 1-2 punch coming out of 100 Thieves, being led there by that man on your screen, Priester. He's a black belt as well, I found out on Twitter, as I joked about stealing his merchandise.
Joking about stealing merchandise, or threatening to beat him up, to take it off of him, Miles, I believe. However, round number 6 is underway here, as, yeah, got to credit the merchandise, looks beautiful. 100 Thieves, down by 1 right now.
It's the kind of scumbag I am.
Yeah. Do not disagree. Parasite, 8-3.
Lace all on his own on this side of the map. And passes the intel, passes the knowledge, and he's actually made the shuffle now for the rest of the squad. Now we see Midnight relocate. You see 100 Thieves just stoic. Not letting that phase them at all, not letting that shift their positioning. Now we're seeing them give up that B site, move in towards A, this slow and steady encroachment towards the site. And again, the numbers are starting to stack up. The bodies are starting to pile up for Midnight. Frags are still available for both squads. The clusters are out. And that's starting to look dangerous. Again, they need to spread out just a tiny bit. No one quite knows Llama God watching the back vigilantly. 30 seconds now. The play has to happen. The trade comes out. First, Saints gets made average there. Lace trying to find something is a way in. There's the first kill. 1v2. Priester finding the shots. 15 seconds now. He's got to get the kill. He can hit the player on the bomb. He has to arm it. The clock's ticking. He has to arm it. Can Priester find something here? Grapple's there. Ready to go. They are going to get the bomb down just. 1v2 retake. He's got the positioning. Priester in a 1v1. Blast now just has to stay alive. He just has to play the clock. He's going to get it done. Priester. Oh, man. I thought he had it. I thought he had it.
He was in the right position. However, Blast did have the cover as well. Difficult gunfights by all means. We're going to see it from Blast's point of view, I think, here. Of course, found himself tucked away. Just find one. He actually pushed around and found a second as well. That being onto Slasher. Incredible stuff from Blast as well. Kenny to Fallen. What a round from that man right there. Search and destroy is what he's known for by all means, but certainly no slouch at the respawn either. 100 Thieves and Midnight. This is, did Ben and Chance do 2 Game 5 round 11s? I know the Optic game one was. I think it was. I don't think it was around 11 the last one.
No. It was 6-4. It was 6-4.
I thought it was just written in the stars to be round 11s right now, but
oh no.
Let's see. Let's see how this one breaks down.
Yeah, if the first search was anything to go by, Midnight have got this in the bag. Now they have to close out. Great way to get it started, Llama God. 8 and 4 for Parasite once again. Slash has now been cleaned off that A site. The B push is happening. Parasite and Blasto lined up now on the defense. Timing of this one's going to be great. Hip 5 for Parasite is unparalleled right now. That was a great shot. Enable fell off. Enable fell off. He fell off the map. It's a 5v1. Octane on his own. How did that happen? Slide? Slip and slide off?
I think it was highlighted very well in the kill feed. It said mistakes were made, and I think that's exactly what happened. We're going to jolt that one up there. 5-2 now.
Near Weirman. Here we go. Final round potentially for Midnight. As Search and Destroy has been their game. 6-1 whooping in the first search, and now not too far off the same scoreline. There you see Midnight looking cool, looking calm. Looking ready to get this done. 5-2. Potential for the final round now. It looks like B is going to be the target. Number 7 on the slow rotate round of B. 100 Thieves once again. Characteristic defensive lineup for them. Quite slow, quite conservative in the middle of the map. Very, very well spread. Are they going to be surprised by the numbers that Midnight are throwing towards the site now? And again, we've seen the trades be so effective. Specialist at the ready for Slasher. He's going to have the only specialist ready to go. But again, everyone on Midnight is a slither away.
Big trophy. Could come in handy very soon. First kill to Parasite, first blood. They're 9 and 4 for him, 8 and 5 for Blast. The 2 real kind of standout players. Vision Pulse has been popped as well, and this is where the pedal hits the metal, and they get going, pushing forward. And actually, 3 are going towards A as well. This could be them getting outnumbered. Looking strong for Midnight, 5-4.
They've just pushed these members of 100 Thieves back into the corner, and now they've got A site completely open. They're making their way in. The contest is through. It's a 4v2. Midnight looking to close the series out. Slasher's going to get put on his back. Lacefield knocks him clean out. Blast gets the bomb down. Octane shocked out. Can he get anything done? The reverse sweep is prevented, and Midnight find themselves a very big win against a formidable foe. And it all came down to the search and destroys. The dominance was shown, and a schooling was handed out.
Search and destroy once again. Showing why it is so important. Of course, Midnight really did in Game 2, Game 5 there, coming out on top. On top, we haven't even touched on the respawns. Of course, the control, the hard points were crazy in their own way. But the Search and Destroy was certainly certainly on one side of the stage, and that, of course, was for Midnight. But my goodness, incredible.
Well, Midnight have gone from a team that were getting, 2 map wins at CWL Fort Worth to finding a big win there against 100 Thieves. Are we starting to see, you know, the kind of caliber that they're bringing to the table, the ceiling that they've got? Again, great players, solid lineup. They need to practice. New to the league, of course. Is this the start of something special for Midnight? 100 Thieves, though, bit of a slump. Tough performance for them in the search. Not what we expected, not what you would want as a 100 Thieves fan. Nonetheless, friends, of course. On stage now for our PlayStation Instant Reaction is one of the superstars of the search and destroy scene. It's Blast.
Thank you, Miles. That was such a crazy back and forth series. For your team, what's the takeaway there?
Honestly, we all just showed up and played. Saints, he had an incredible series in the respawns. He kind of, I would say, he did hard carry us first map, and second map, he started off 8-0, so that was definitely a good momentum boost for us. And once we got going, I mean, we're just winning our gunfights, getting hype, and pulled it out somehow. All
right. Before this match, I did hear a little bit about some issues you've been having regarding practice and all that. How are the vibes and the team chemistry doing right now?
I would say this win definitely boosted it a lot because, I mean, our vibes weren't the best. They were actually really poor. We really didn't practice at all for like a week because nobody wanted to play us, and then Devin got really sick. And so, I mean, it was just, it's hard to play versus the top teams in the world when you're literally not practicing. So it's feels good to get this win under our belt.
So then going forward for the rest of the week, Parasite had said something about it's easier from here after this match. So how are you feeling for the remainder of the week?
We're feeling very confident. We just beat the #1 seed in Division B, I want to say. Yeah, Division B. So we're playing the Nile and E6, and we play the two hardest teams, I would say top 3 teams in the world right now. So definitely excited to play.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Perhaps a rather unexpected outcome, but Midnight have won. They took down 100 Thieves 3-2. At Nameless, remind us again of what you said Midnight needed to do to win.
We needed a repeat performance out of Blast, which is kind of what we got. He played great. And then we also needed one of those players in Saints or Lacefield to step up big time. And who did it? It was Saints. He played amazing. That's the Saints of old. That's kind of what we talked about in the last segment. We needed to see him, you know, kind of that Slayer he was in IW or in Black Ops 3. Come out here and fry. And he did that. The first 2 maps, he was by far the best player on the map, just destroying, having his way with them.
I don't think I could be any more wrong about a series than I was about done. I was 100% sure that 100 Thieves was going to win it, but then Saints came out and played super strong. They took a huge lead. And they took a huge lead in that Arsenal. I was like, oh, my God. And then 100 Thieves brought it back. At that point, I'm like, oh, 100 Thieves is going to win. Wrong. Saints clutched up and went huge.
What did you call this? Your super lockup
win of the week? I was like, guaranteed lock of the week.
Oh man, I mean, we know what these guys are capable of, right? Like, I knew it was just like a long shot if these guys would put together, but you know, Saints was able to do it and play amazing and at that top level that we know he was capable of. And then on this game 5, it was just they dominated them from start to finish. Parasite, this was that, you know, incredible player who picks up that 2-piece, almost gets to 3, but he really had a bounce back map after.
In general, he did a really good job of picking up first bloods in this map after, like you just said. 4th map, he did not play well. He was like 2 and 16 at a point, but that's the veteran in him. 5th map, right away, bounce back. What more could you ask for?
Go ahead.
I was saying, I think a few times, I think Kenny maybe on this, we saw them just fall off the map. Like,
no, yeah.
That didn't help.
Fell off the map.
Did not help.
Fell off the map.
Yeah, Enable fell off the map that last round, and then a couple of times they did it on purpose so they wouldn't give up a kill, but even on that game 1 where they were up, Midnight was up 90-1. 100 Thieves clawed their way back in, but Midnight just being able to close out an Arsenal hardpoint against 100 Thieves is very impressive. Because looking at the veto process, I was like, what were they doing here? Like, what happened? And you know, everybody just played amazing.
Even going into that Arsenal S&D for me, it was just like the battle between Octane and Blatz. And Blatz just started destroying with the sniper. I remember he came around the offense. You had Octane, who was sitting on the steps. It's usually one of the best angles you could possibly get. Blatz just jumped around the corner and just, bing, took his head off. Unbelievable plays out of them. I just felt like just watching this Midnight team from the start to finish, obviously they destroyed the first map. Second map, destroyed as well. The control, obviously 100 Thieves just destroyed them. Enable was in their spawn, just running around. They called in the streaks that last round and just basically spawn killed them with their score streaks and used their specialists really well. The 4th map, obviously Parasite just didn't basically spawn in. But when it came to the 5th map, game 5, you got the S&E players on the side of Midnight. Parasite, a veteran, he knows what it takes to win, including with Blatzful. Even if he's not using a sniper, he finds his way to be an impact on the map, especially on Payload. You got to just run around, just be with your teammates. It was wonderful to see out of them.
Well, I think Lacefield said it too in that interview that Saints kind of carried them in that first map, and I think Nameless, perhaps if he hadn't played so well, it might not have necessarily gone their way.
Yeah, obviously if Saints doesn't play that good, it might not go their way, but there are other players on the team who can step up. Like if Llama gets back to how he was on that Midnight team, if Lacefield plays like he did in previous titles, that team can be absolutely amazing. So, you know, Saints playing like that, like he is a player who can consistently do that. Like if he puts that time in, you know, that's sort of been a thing that people have thought about him is he doesn't put too much practice in. He doesn't go as hard as he can. He's not the best teammate. If he does do that though, he can keep that up, which is something to look out for on the side of Midnight.
Now we did see Reciprocity play earlier today, of course, coming out with a win, and we asked Twitter using the hashtag CWLPS4, where would you rank Reciprocity right now? And Zaf says T6 team for sure. If they can improve their control, I can see them becoming a true powerhouse in the league.
Oh, 100%. If they can improve their control. They're 1-7 in control, and they keep on going to game 6s, only game 5s.
Actually, they improve their control. Actually,
and Stilzy says they're really inconsistent, so I would have to rank them in the top 8 range between both stages of the teams.
Hey, they are 75% in game 5s.
Yeah, but consistently going to game 5 is not a.
That's
we were a team like that before, Jay. How long did that last? It didn't
last that long.
Yeah, we ended up getting 6th place.
Yeah, and then everything was chalked after that.
And Isaiah says T6, they have their kinks to work out, but when Dylan, Zed, and Tommy are playing at their best, they could make a championship run.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that T6 is probably the area I'd put them in. I think that until they fix their control, probably top 16.
Well, we will have to see. Again, let's pull up our schedule, move on. Again, so many game 5s today, but we are at our last match, which is going to be Splice and Gen